roll off Mello TV Sports with cricket as West Indies head coach Phil Simmons is expecting stand-in captain Jason Mohammed to do well in the one-day international series away to Bangladesh. The three-match series gets underway tomorrow morning Jamaica time, and Mohammed will lead the side in place of Kieran Pollard, who opted out of the tour. The team will be depleted with several electing not to tour. Meanwhile, the first ODI between Bangladesh and the West Indies will go ahead with DRS in place despite its technician, Henry Ellison, currently being in quarantine in Dhaka. The Bangladesh Cricket Board, BCB, has been busy trying to reduce his isolation time by writing to the government. The necessary DRS equipment have arrived in the capital, so he could even operate them from a remote location, ensuring the availability of the system in all three ODIs. India have moved to the #1 spot in the ICC World Test Championship standings, this after defeating Australia by 3 wickets in the 4th test today. Now, the tourists claimed an incredible win on the final day of the final test to claim a 2-1 series with Rishabh Pant's unbeaten 8-9, ultimately the difference between the two sides on day 5. In what was Australia's first defeat at the Gabba since 1988, India managed to chase down 328 in Brisbane, where Chateshwar Pujara's half-century 56 and Shubman Gill's 91 set the platform for Pant to steer India to victory in the final hour. India's tally was also the highest successful chase at a ground largely considered to be Australia's home fortress. The win marks a remarkable turnaround for the Indians, who were both out for just 36 as they lost the first test in Adelaide, after which Captain Virat Kohli departed to be at the birth of his first child. Injuries have also blighted the tourists throughout the tour, but they leveled the 4-day match series on Boxing Day at the MCG before holding out for a draw in Sydney. Final scores in the final test: Australia 369 and 294, India 336 and 329 for 7. The victory saw India earn 30 points on the World Test Championship table, pushing Australia down to the 3rd position. New Zealand is second ranked with 70% PCT and 420 points. We kick it over to football news now. Phil Neville has been confirmed as the new head coach of MLS side Inter Miami. The 43-year-old left his role as English women head coach yesterday, several months earlier than originally planned, having previously announced he would leave in the summer. Inter Miami, who are part owned by Neville's former teammate from England, David Beckham, parted company with manager Diego Alonso earlier this month. Inter finished 10th out of 14 teams in the MLS Eastern Conference last season. Finally, in the sports news tonight, Roberto Batista Agut, the number 13 ranked men's tennis player, has criticized the Victorian government's handling of the Australian Open quarantine protocol, comparing the experience to prison. Batista says the Melbourne hotel quarantine is like prison but with Wi-Fi. The Spaniard is currently one of 72 players in a 14-day quarantine following positive tests on 3 of the chartered flights to Melbourne. They are unable to leave their hotel rooms for any reason, including to train for the upcoming major. Meanwhile, Australian Open Tournament Director Craig Tiley has ruled out any changes in the best-of-5 set format for males single matches at the season-opening tennis major, as 3 more COVID-19 cases, 2 of them players, were reported among the international arrivals for the tournament. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. I'm Christopher Scott. Remember, stay safe and pleasant viewing.